As a matter of fact, you did. No, I often sleep at this hour of the morning, just like I write at night. I'm sorry. What, you got a story for me or what? You better get somebody else. I got that hijacking assignment I got to finish. I was up at Riverside yesterday. I'm not going back today. Personal reasons. It's not a hospital strike. That's just a two-bit demonstration by a bunch of orderlies. It'll probably be over before... Yeah, I stand by every word I wrote about that stinking hospital. Yes, I intend to finish what I started, but... All right. Half an hour. But I'm not sticking around if nothing's going on.
What are the patients supposed to do while those guys are out there parading around?
Well, one of the patients offered to help him make signs. Mr. Luria.
Yeah. Mr. Luria is now well enough to complain, but we got some very sick people around here who need orderlies. Not to say anything of the staff running around trying to cover for him.
You think they ought to shut up and go back to work?
Don't you?
Well, on one hand, I'd like them back on the job. But on the other, I know they're right. The pay is pitiful. It's not enough for a man to support himself, let alone his family.
Listen, Clem, I agree completely. But this whole place is desperate for money. Where's it going to come from? Yeah, sure. Want pay raises, decent working conditions. They like time off for doctors who are so tired they can't see straight. Hey, listen, did Pat Ryan finally get out of here?
No, I don't think so.
I went in to see the Nieves boy this morning.
Oh, man, that doesn't look good.
Meningitis untreated for 24 hours? Damn right it doesn't look good.
But Patrick's on top of it now. I rechecked his chart.
Yeah, so did I. The ice blanket helped.
Yeah, but his fever's still up.
What do you think?
Well, his sister asked me the same thing just a while ago, and all I could say is I don't know. She says, is he critical? So what can I tell her? Yeah, he's critical, but technically he could go either way.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing to do but sit and wait, huh?
Look, I should warn you not to get into that with Alicia.
Into what?
The idea that time's the crucial factor. It really sets her off.
You must feel terribly helpless.
The word's enraged, and I mean really furious. I mentioned time. She started in on Patrick. She said how he had time to help Angel, but instead he hurt him. Now, if Angel dies, Alicia will insist that it's Patrick's fault.
This woman is blaming Pat for her brother's condition?
Yes.
You know, she sounds a little hysterical to me. I mean, I certainly don't think that Pat needs a lawyer for that.
But wait, let me finish. The only reason I'm bothering you with all this is because Pat did make some serious mistakes. He started out with the wrong diagnosis because there were things that he didn't check, signals that he missed.
Like what?
Well, like he only got a sketchy history. Then he examined the boy's eyes, but not his field of vision. And plus, there were tests that he should have ordered.
Oh, Faith.
I know, it's bad. That's why I thought maybe he needs some legal advice.
What's the boy's prognosis?
Uncertain.
You mean he might die?
It's possible. But then he might turn out to be just fine with no side effects at all. The way Alicia's talking, I think she'll sue.
Well, unless her brother recovers completely, of course she'll sue. She'll sue Pat and the hospital.
Well, what would that mean for Pat?
Trouble, all kinds.
Oh, Jill.
Oh, come on. Hey, look, I want you to go into my room and take a nap. Miriam and Edmund in the park, and there's nobody here to bother you, okay?
No, I have to go back to the hospital. I'm only on a break.
Oh, come on. You have not had any sleep since yesterday.
But at least I will be able to sleep when I go home. When Pat goes home, he'll have to be sweet to Delia and help Delia and make love to her and pacify her in a dozen different ways. That's why he made those mistakes. She will not give him one moment's rest.
You love him as much as you ever did, don't you?
More than ever.
Oh, Faith. All that talk about getting over him.
It was just a lot of talk. I thought it was better, but then I started seeing him every day.
Yeah, and seeing what Delia does to him.
I told you that she'd ruin him. And Angel Nieves is just the first big step. If Alicia's interested in laying the blame where it belongs, she ought to go after Delia.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe he will pull through all of this, and all of this business will die down.
Oh, I'm afraid it won't die down for Pat. Something will happen to him, won't it? Even if Angel lives.
Yeah, I don't know. The incident might go down on his record. Oh, Faith, come on. I don't know that for sure.
Oh, that would be so completely unfair. Jill, it could ruin his entire career. He is a superb doctor. Oh, he's just been pushed beyond his physical limits. It's like he bounces back and forth between two full-time jobs, medicine and Delia. He just needs to sleep. He just needs to sleep and get away from her and
come back to you.
But that can't happen. There's no way I can help him.
Oh, Faith, come on. You're helping him right now by coming here. I mean, legal advice, it may help him a lot.
If he were sued, would you be able to represent him?
I think the smartest thing is for him to get in touch with Frank. And the sooner the better.
Why Frank? Oh, you don't want to be personally involved with the Ryans.
I love the Ryans. But there's a conflict of interest for me. I mean, representing the hospital and Pat.
It's okay. I understand. I can see where it'd be painful.
You know, if Frank and I had just parted friends, it would make things so much easier. Anyway, I want you to tell Pat to get in touch with Frank and tell him everything. Will you do that?
Yeah, if I can find him, I will.
Okay, well, if you can't, then you get in touch with Frank and tell him everything. And do it now.
If and when I get a chance to look for Pat, if and when I don't find him, if and when I have the time to make a telephone call, yes, I will give Frank a complete rundown.
Okay.
Thanks.
But I haven't done anything.
Well, you were here.
Wait a minute. Look, I have time today and you don't, so I'll get in touch with Frank.
But you don't want to do that.
Nonsense. He can't bite me over the phone, can he? I'll just fill him in on the basics and tell him to get in touch with Pat. And you try to have a good day. Try anyway.
I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Take care.
Hey, what's going on?
Come on, we're late.
Okay.
Well, look who's sick.
Martha McKee.
Hello.
Hi. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. How's your wife?
How are you? You look great.
I am.
Well, try not to be too disappointed, but I'm not sick. I'm just here covering the demonstration. I assume you're doing the same?
Yep.
What do you make of it?
Finale, do your own homework, okay?
Clem, Any of those guys out there with signs from neurology?
Oh, just all the orderlies we got on the floor, that's all, yeah.
Must be kind of rough upstairs.
Oh, it's rough all everywhere, especially for those guys when they take paychecks home and they can't pay the bills.
You sound sympathetic.
Well, let's just say that I'm glad the signs are as polite as they are, because the fact is...
Oh, let me introduce Martha McKee. You don't have to eavesdrop. You can listen right up here. Hmm?
Hello, Doctor.
Moultrie, Clem Moultrie. Hello.
Yes. The fact is what? Are conditions really as bad as they claim?
Yes, but it's not because the hospital doesn't care. It's because the administrators can't free up the money in this from anybody in this city so that we can function properly.
And safely.
Exactly.
I suppose you read Mr. Finelli's column about his experience as a patient here.
Along with everyone else.
You read my stuff, huh?
Well, did you agree with his conclusions?
Yes, but there was no campaign to shorten the life expectancy of Mr. Finelli, you understand? Which reminds me, let's keep this off the record. I don't want to be quoted by either one of you, okay?
No, don't worry. I still feel better about getting Pat in trouble. Won't do that again.
Ah, yes.
Dr. Moultrie, could I see you a minute?
Mr. Desmond, haven't forgotten me, have you?
How could I? Especially after seeing you at the party?
Allow me to introduce Martha McKee. This is the hospital's public relations man, Tom Desmond. He doesn't like reporters.
Oh,
It's only the biased ones I dislike. Nice to meet you, Ms. McKee.
how do you do? Who is that funny little man? What happened to that funny little man who just kept chasing me out of here every time I asked the wrong question?
He's moved on. I'm his replacement.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Listen, Tom, if you want to see me about a patient...
No, I just want to discuss a couple of small problems.
Name Finelli and McKee, right?
I do think this is a rather poor time for a press conference.
Oh, so do I. Could I talk with you privately? Do you have a private office or something? I just want a simple explanation of the demonstration downstairs.
I've prepared a press release. You can pick up a copy from my secretary, the lobby floor to the right of the main entrance.
Yes, I'll do that before I leave. I also hope I'll be able to finish my conversation with Dr. Moultrie before I leave.
You do trust Clem to be honest and forthright, don't you?
I think, Jack, that on that I'm going to bow out, okay?
Or are you afraid that Clem will be honest and forthright, hmm?
Riverside's having its troubles. This morning, I'm trying to deal with them one by one in order of importance. You and Miss McKee are rather low on the priority list.
Oh, dear. Do you think we're going to have to write our stories from those little bits of information that the angry men downstairs gave us?
Now I've said my A, B, C. Next time, won't you play with me? He's going to applaud. He's going to applaud.
Did you have a good morning? That's what I want to know.
Oh, yes. Oh, he went to the park, and Miriam said that he slept through the entire trip.
Oh, now that's a smart boy. That's what I should have done. Here, go.
Hey, Edmund, you want your daddy to feed you? How would you like some food, huh? Let's see. Go. Let me have that. Good.
Try it.
They're still demonstrating?
Oh, boy, are they. It's very nice to be here, let me tell you.
Then why don't you stay, have lunch?
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, yes.
You don't mind if I let him start without us?
Are you kidding? That's dessert. Oh, Edmund, you're too much.
Hey, sport, you know something? Well, I'll tell you, just have a little patience. I could stay here, and I could do this all day.
Well, I wouldn't blame you very much if you didn't feel like going back to neurology. I understand a little more about what was happening yesterday. Faith came by and she told me about Pat and the Nieves boy.
I just pray that medicine takes hold.
Is it as bad as Faith says?
We just could lose him. But at least everything is fine here, isn't it, huh?
Oh, yeah, it is. He's growing and he's feeling good. And I'll tell you, he really loves these times with his father.
Jill, maybe it's time for us to talk about that.
What?
My fathering Edmund, and exactly what it means. I do feel that I'm his father, in the emotional sense. In every sense, really.
Well, of course.
Except biologically. Just after he was born, I found out by sheer accident that he isn't my natural son. With our blood types, yours and mine, we couldn't have produced this child. He has to be Frank's.
Seneca? Seneca.
Sorry.
For heaven's sakes, where were you?
I guess I was dreaming, huh?
About Edmund? Uh-huh. Well, let me tell you something. Let's not lay out his entire future, okay?
No. I have hopes, but I don't want to control them. Jill, I wasn't trying to control you, only to protect you
from... To protect me from Frank Ryan? The person I love more than anyone in this world? You watched me go through hell, breaking off with him, giving you your rights as a father? My God, Seneca, what have you done to me and to Frank and to Edmund?
I've loved you and the baby. I've been good for both of you. But I can't live with the lie. Can you understand it all?
I understand what I have to do now. I have to find Frank and explain. And go back to loving him. Goodbye. I'm taking Edmund to meet his real father. What's the matter? You really are worried, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on. Try not to think about the hospital for a while.
Right. I won't think about it anymore. I love you.
I love you too.
In your fashion.
And your son loves you. And we're together.
Yeah.
Lady and gentlemen, in order to provide for a lasting peace and no violence and bloodshed, I'm saying excuse me. I'm going back to work. Bye-bye.
Well, at least Dr. Moultrie had some interesting things to say.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing I took notes. Well, that was before you got here.
You've had interviews with the demonstrators and a staff physician, but you can hardly write about
Yes,
what
we
they've
can.
told you. May I finish?
And we will.
Would you mind if I
You can't do a damn
Would you mind
thing
if I
about
finish
it.
what I was going to say?
Yes, please.
Thank you. What I was trying to say is you can hardly write balanced stories without getting the administration's point of view as well.
Your press release, I'll be sure to have a look at it.
I was thinking more in terms of an interview with, say, Marshal Westheimer's assistant. I'd be delighted to make an appointment for you.
Next month?
No, it's...
Today?
Well, I doubt if I could make it for today, but as soon as I possibly...
Thanks anyway, but do give me a call when you're ready. I am definitely interested. And I am almost always available.
I won't call you Ms. McKee. You call me. Have a nice day.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
He's the enemy. Martha?
What?
Lots of people are gorgeous. I'm gorgeous when I've had my breakfast. You don't believe me, huh? Well, come on. Come on.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going anywhere with you.
You gotta eat, don't you? Well, I do. I'm gonna keel over from hunger. Look, it's after lunch now. Now, Lem's is right around the corner. It's the best Chinese food on the west side. Huh? Come on.
I don't get it.
My wife, huh?
Yeah.
We're separated, soon to be divorced. Any more questions?
Yeah. How do I know that you're not lying? And why should I give you the time of day after that fast one you pulled on me last year? Hmm? And why does Tom Desmond hate you? What's that party business about? When did he happen to...
Look, if I stand here and answer all those questions, I'll faint from hunger, all right? Now, Lem's is a public place. You'll be perfectly safe. I'll answer all your questions, and you can take notes. Okay?
Okay. Jack.
Hello.
Hello.
It's all right. Take your time. I want to interview some of the pickets anyway. Just makes one more question I have to ask you about.
I didn't mean to be rude.
That's okay. What's it about?
I've been thinking about you since I heard what you did to Mary at the christening.
Faith.
I know it's none of my business, but I'm just tired enough not to care.
Okay, say what you have to say, then I'll be on my way.
Mary loves you so much, in spite of all the pain she's had with you. Why did you go out of your way to hurt her more?
I had to. You don't understand, and I can't explain.
You had to humiliate her in front of her family, her friends, and your friends? It was necessary to attend your daughter's christening with Christine Vaness on your arm?
Yeah?
I hope you lose Mary and Ryan. That's just what you deserve, Jack.
That's exactly what I expect to happen. I want it.
If you let Mary go, you will never get her back.
Right.
You fool.
Some players are caught up in the fame more than the game, but others just refuse to be played. Either way, this glamorous and gritty game is on. Engage in unsportsmanlike conduct with MVP. He shoots, she scores. Thursday night at 11, only on SoapNet.